Hey, what's up guys? So this video is going to be a little bit different. I don't want to talk about any sort of particular radar detector. I just actually want to share a little bit about my experience in general as I've been creating videos for you guys and just this whole YouTube thing in general. Now, one of the primary reasons I started creating these videos was just because I wasn't finding a lot of really good information on radar detectors in general, and I just kind of wanted to do my own testing, and I was sharing my own experiences with what I find, right? Now, one thing that I've really enjoyed about this is it's a really great way for me to also feel like I'm contributing and helping tons and tons of people. Like another good thing about YouTube is when somebody asks me a question, instead of just answering that one person directly, and then answering the same question 10,000 times, it's really nice to be able to create a video, share the video, and now I can answer, once and share that same video with lots of different people, and that's a much more effective use of my time, and I really like that about YouTube or, posting on my website or on forums or whatever. I can answer the question once and I can help lots and lots of people. And again, that's just a question of efficiency, and I really like that. Now, as this YouTube thing grows, I'm getting more and more people asking me questions and wanting my time. And sometimes it feels like the more that I give, the more people want to take from me. And that actually starts to feel a little unhealthy for me. I love helping people. I love giving and contributing and serving. Like, genuinely, I love that. But that also has to be balanced with what I need, which is kind of my own freedom to, answer questions sometimes and not. And something I've noticed a lot of times with a lot of YouTubers as they get big, if you send them a message, they're not going to respond to you. Maybe they'll do a video, and then some of them will be available for the first hour or so when a lot of the questions are rolling in. The video is initially published, and they'll be there to respond to feedback and whatnot. And something I've really prided myself on is, answering your guys' questions, whether it's here on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or the forum and all that kind of stuff. But as this continues to grow, that's getting really tough, and it's just becoming impractical. If I was to spend all day long just answering questions, I don't have time to live my life, to work on more videos, to spend time with my girlfriend, or just living my life, or driving, or doing all the other things besides making videos that I really enjoy. And the reason I created these videos was just because I love driving and I love radar detectors and playing with this kind of stuff. A quick note about me: I'm actually kind of introverted. I love technical stuff and I love people and talking to people, but it kind of has to be in small doses, like, hey, how's it going? Awesome. And then peace, and I'm gone, like, really enjoy talking with people, but it has to be in kind of small increments. I really thrive on my alone time, and so I can't spend too much time devoted to other people because then that becomes detrimental for me. So I'm getting a lot of questions from you guys, which is awesome. Thank you, by all means. That I really enjoy it. I love the discussion and the feedback. Don't get me wrong. It's just the quantity of it is becoming a little bit too much to where, for my own well-being and whatnot, I have to kind of put a little bit of distance there and create some boundaries, And some people have been wondering lately, like, hey, why are you not... I asked you a question 2 days ago. Why haven't you responded? Like, come on, like, so there's kind of a certain point where I have to put a little bit of distance there, and that way I can focus on things that are, not only good for you but also good for me, right? I've got things available on my website where I don't totally like doing this, but if you really want the one-on-one time with me, to where, you've got a lot of questions, you want help picking a radar detector or getting laser jammers placed in your car, how many heads do you get, where do you get them placed, how do you configure your radar detector, all the typical kind of questions. I've got private sessions available on my website, and you can book some time specifically with me, and then I can devote it to like a one-on-one time specifically with you, and I would rather have an unlimited amount of time to where money was not involved at all. That would be amazing, and I had all the time in the world to just help every single person one-on-one, but realistically that's just not feasible. So I think my time is going to become just more limited now, and my ability to answer every person's question directly, I'm not going to be able to do that to the degree that I used to be able to, and that honestly kind of bums me out. I wish that I could continue doing that. I've been trying really hard over the past couple months to do that, but I just don't have the time, the energy, the capability, and that's just not realistic to do. So I just want to let you guys know that I'm not going to be as available as I used to be, and so please don't expect a response to every single question that you guys ask me. And a lot of my videos I end in thanks for watching. You know, I appreciate you guys watching this. Let me know if you have any questions, that kind of stuff, right? And that's kind of my usual setup, is like, I want to give to you guys, and then once the video is done, I'd love to give to you guys even more with anything that maybe wasn't clear in the video. But I'm just kind of finding, to be perfectly honest, that I'm not able to do that, and that doesn't seem to be a realistic option for me as much as this point. And that, again, as I mentioned before, that kind of bums me out, because I've really prided myself on that, and I just want to give to you guys as much as I possibly can. But I'm also finding that that has to be balanced with my other needs, kind of separate from YouTube, of just being a person living your life, you know? So anyways, I just wanted to share this with you guys. So if you find me responding to your questions less often, and I don't answer every single question, I don't respond immediately, please understand. And that's kind of what the deal is, you know? For those of you guys who, I've had some people trying to like email me every single question that they have or whatever, and I'm like, I cannot be available to help every single person directly with every single question they have about every single dash cam or radar detector or laser jammer. Like, imagine trying to help every single person on the internet, you know? That's just not a realistic ability. So for those of you guys who have been trying to reach me one-on-one or privately, I'm going to have to create a little bit of space there, where if you want the one-on-one support, please go to my website, book a private session, and that's really the best way to do it. That's going to help me do this in a way where it's going to be able to help me continue doing this for a living. You know, I wish that I didn't have bills to pay, or, you know, the gas in my car was free, or that my car was free, you know, but like you guys, I've got bills to pay too. So if you'd really like some detailed one-on-one help, that's what I love to do, and I'd love to be able to give that to you guys as well. But you're going to have to go ahead and book a private session now, and that's the way that I'm going to do this moving forward. So, yeah, in any event, I just wanted to share this with you guys and share a little bit about this. I guess a funny story to kind of end it with, maybe two. I remember before I got into photography, I was really into cameras, digital SLRs. And I was on a forum, and my avatar was my face. And I remember I was traveling around, I was out in the Smoky Mountains, traveling with friends, and we pulled over on the side of the road to go shoot some pictures. We're out there shooting photos, beautiful view, right? And one car pulls over, and they get out, and the guy's like, "Oh, are you so-and-so?" And I'm like, "Yeah, how the heck do you know me? We're out in the middle of the mountains. How do you know my name?" And all this kind of stuff, you know? Turns out the guy recognized me from the forums. He knew my face and kind of recognized me out of the blue. That was a little bit weird, I'm not gonna lie. One year I dressed up for Halloween. I dressed up as bacon. My brother dressed up as a fried egg. I dressed up as bacon. And one thing that we love doing here around Seattle is doing flash mobs. So we went in Seattle and we were doing flash mobs, you know, dancing. I was bacon, my brother was eggs, and we were doing all this kind of stuff. Anyway, I remember walking around Seattle at one point after the mob was done, and so many people came running up to me being like, "Bacon, I love you, you're amazing, I love bacon." And like the first couple people, it was funny, haha, but like to have so many people bombard you and want your time and attention and just run up to you like that, that's a little overwhelming. That's crazy. Like some people, they want to be famous and have all the love and adoration and all that kind of stuff. Not me. I love playing with my toys, radar detectors, understanding how they work, and sharing all this stuff with you guys so that you guys can have a better experience on the road. I don't want the fame. I don't want the recognition and all that kind of stuff. You know, I just want to help you guys. And I guess getting all the in return can be a little bit much. And so I'm just needing to like kind of set a little bit of boundaries here. So just to be perfectly upfront with you guys, you know, again, thank you so much for watching the videos, for all the feedback and discussions and questions. By all means, please keep it coming. But my ability to respond immediately and to every single person, I'm just not going to have the ability to do that anymore. And so I just wanted to share a little bit about myself and kind of what I'm experiencing on my end. And, you know, while I've been trying to help out every person, kind of one of the nice things about YouTube is I can answer the question once and, you know, have that go out to lots of people. One of the things that I've been thinking about doing is doing something like, you know, Ask Vortex, where you guys ask me questions on YouTube or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all this kind of stuff, and I'll kind of do a little compilation of just answering a whole bunch of questions in a video and kind of doing a series like that. And I think that would be a good way where I can still, you know, answer a lot of the most popular questions and do it in a way that's also healthy for me too. And, you know, I can really be respectful and responsible for my own time and well-being as well. So it's good for you and also good for me. So I've been thinking a lot about this kind of stuff lately, of how I can be best of service to you guys, which is really important to me personally, and also do this in a way which quite frankly is really good for me too. So in any event, that's the story with kind of some of the things that have been on my mind lately, and I just kind of wanted to put together a quick video and share this with you guys. So I know it's a little bit different from my usual videos of radar detector tutorials or laser jammer reviews and all that kind of stuff. So of course that stuff is coming, but as far as questions and whatnot, that's the story on that. So again, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all your questions and plenty more stuff to continue. Things will change a little bit as this continues to grow, and it's just kind of stuff that's necessary as my channel grows and more you guys are jumping on board. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you guys in the next video.